message today will be brought to you by Damon Neal.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's bow our heads real quick. Father, I just pray right now that you just have your words flow like water. I just pray that the Holy Spirit just falls upon us, Lord Father, that your words will touch every ear, touch every heart, touch every spirit right now, Lord. Father, those who that need to hear this message, that the ears be open right now, Lord Father. And I give you praise, honor, and glory for this day, for it is a day that you have made, and we will rejoice in it. And I give you praise and honor and glory for this in Jesus' holy name. Amen. Amen. How's everybody doing this morning? Excuse me, I'm going to take my jacket off real quick. Because we're going to get serious in here. I've been telling everybody I've been a little nervous about doing this because normally I don't usually do just straight talking. I'm usually doing a painting or a drawing, and that's what I normally would do. But today, I'm actually going to talk to you, but before I really do begin, is everything I'm going to tell you is about a personal experience, my personal spiritual journey. From the things I've learned, from the things I'm going through, and what I am still learning today, even as most of you are going through your spiritual journeys, you're still learning as well. And a lot of my references will come from the Bible, the entertainment industry, like music, movies, art, because that's what I know. That's what inspires me. And it's pretty much going to tell you about my breakthrough. So if you can, turn to your neighbors, everybody, and say, get ready for a breakthrough. So turn to your neighbors and tell them, get ready for a breakthrough. The scripture reading I'm going to take from is actually from Exodus chapter 3, verse 5. And this is where Moses comes to the burning bush. And when God spoke to him through the bush, he said to him, do not come near here. Remove your sandals from your feet, for the place on which you stand is holy ground. Now, knowing my creative little mind, I didn't take that verse straight on. What I saw was shoes. Why is shoes important? Why is the Lord showing me shoes? So what's the importance about shoes? Well, when you're a kid, when you got new shoes, it made you run faster, right? It made you jump higher, right? It made you look cool, right? If it was bright white, it was black, it made you look cool among the kids, among your peers. I know when I get shoes, I feel like I feel an inch taller, you know? But every now and then, the shoes wear out. It wears, tears, it gets thin, then you got to purchase new shoes, and you get that same feeling again. You feel tall, you feel bright, you feel you can do anything, you can conquer the world. Well, what if sometimes you don't have the new shoes you're wanting? What if your new shoes just doesn't do what you want to do? But you got to do with what you have, right? Your will. It's what takes you and what moves you. And my new shoes really wasn't actual shoes. That's just an illustration. My new shoes was, what if I had a better sketchbook? What if I had better pens? What if I had that expensive paintbrush I can paint with? Or what if I wish I had a bigger space I can create with? Or what if I had that software that I can create more images, more creations, more illustrations with? And as you may not know, I am an artist. You know, I create. As a matter of fact, it has been nearly a full year since I came up here to speak. And the last time I was here, if you look to your left, my right, I did that painting just a year ago. Now, I was nervous because, as I said, I'm usually doing a painting or a drawing up here. But new shoes was a thing for me. Because back I asked the Lord, what can I do to be better? What can I do to go a lot further? If I had this, I can do better. If I had that, I can go a lot further with your ministry, Lord. So there was a time I was having problems sleeping. So in December of 2017, I got a new mattress. It was nice, firm. I was sleeping good, just like my cat. I was just sleeping any way I wanted to. I was just, wake up, messy hair, don't care kind of day. It was a mattress that kept me, that brought me rest. And when you have rest, you have your energy. When you have that energy, that good, deep rest you needed, it gives you that drive to go for what you need to do for that day. So, I'm like, all right, I got my mattress. Now, if I had a new computer, maybe I can do maybe more graphics, maybe more posters, maybe I could do more logos. Well, in March of 2018, our computer got hacked. And it turned out it was a common hack that was happening. So I went out and got a new computer. But before then, all these years, I've been saving up my money just for new materials, for new, equipment. Anybody who's in the entertainment industry, or anybody who's an artist, would save money for new materials, So I would save my money for every sales I got from my artwork for new materials and new equipment. So I had enough to get a new computer. And I was just blown away by the new software, the applications that it had. I was like, wow. And it had like a video editing software for dummies, for example. I don't know how to edit videos, but I understood it. I had a template to it to where I could, edit sound and video. All right, so I got my computer, and then, wow, if I only had a camera to do YouTube videos. So I saved up more money, So I actually, a few months later, got a new camera, video camera. Top of the line, state of the art, Got that, got it set up. All right, what's next? A couple months later, my car breaks down. Well, Lord, I can't go from point A to point B if my car broke down, But I also need the room to put my portfolios, my paintings, my stands, my gear, everything. I need a bigger car. I need a car to get from point A to point B. So my car actually breaks down. It would not go anywhere, so I had no choice but to hunt for a new car. And lucky, over the years of paying my bills on time, my credit score was low enough to get a new car. So I was like, thank you, Lord. Man, wow. Well, I got a new bed, I got a new computer, a new car. What else is next? If I had all of this that I've been asking for, I've been praying for, now I just need the jobs. All right, now I'm ready to get the jobs going. And so then the corporation I worked for was looking for an illustrator. There's a subdivision and they're looking for an illustrator. And the family that owns this corporation said, hey, we know this guy at this one warehouse. He likes to draw. Check him out. So they come over, they see my work, and they're just blown away by everything I've drawn. And everything's all doodles. And anybody who knows me, I go everywhere with a pen in my pocket. Typically, I don't have paper with me because I usually do it on a napkin, on anything I can find paper on, and I will draw on that with this pen, any pen, or a marker. So I was showing this family the sketches and the doodles I was doing. And they were just blown away that it was just raw, pure talent to them. Because to me, it's like breathing. So, well, you have this idea. We want you to be an illustrator for this department. Oh, okay, cool. Well, a few months later, it turns out that they've gotten too busy to get back with me, So, well, we need a price quote of what you want to be charged with, or what you want to be paid for. So I gave them a quote, and that was pretty much the last I've heard of them. All right? Oh, okay, well, it's a big corporation, it's a big business, they got other things going on. Don't worry about it, Damon, it's okay. So then after a while, the devil starts whispering in my ear, and I fell for one of the biggest lies. I fell for the biggest lies that the devil would ever tell me. You are useless as an artist. And I fell for it. I actually fell for that lie. And for the past few months, I actually stopped creating. I actually stopped drawing, painting. And no one ever noticed it. And that was one of the lies the devil said. You could disappear and nobody would notice it. So I stepped back from drawing, stepped back from creating, stepped back from any form of creation. And then for a moment there, he was right. No one noticed. For months, no one noticed I stopped creating. Nobody noticed I stopped drawing. Nobody noticed I stopped painting. And then it started getting to me like, man, maybe I should just quit altogether. Maybe I should just put it all away because it's useless to me now. Because I fell for a lie that was really strong to my heart. If anybody knows drawing and creating, that's just a big part of me. That's just what I do. Even when I'm not even thinking about it, I just do it. And then it turns out it's because I wasn't around the people I needed to be. Other like-minded artists, other like-minded spiritual people. Because of that, you become separated from God. You become separated from who you are, what God made you to be. Because I was separated, I fell for that lie. I was vulnerable. So, a few months back, my mom and I took a trip to our reservation of Dulce, New Mexico, the reservation of the Hickory Apache Nation. And over there, the air is pure, it's clean, it's cold, it's nice, it's just that fresh air of smelling the sweet grass and smelling the cedar in the air. It was just refreshing to me, to my soul, like I belong here. This is where I need to be. This is where I began. And then my spirit just kind of started refilling up. It was like a rejuvenation for my spirit. I was like, wow, this is what I need. And then it turns out that sometimes you need to go back to the basics. You need to go back to where you came from. You need to go back from the beginning. Sometimes take off your shoes and go barefoot.
Amen.
Sometimes that's what you need to do, because take off your sandals because you need to step on holy ground. And I wasn't stepping on holy ground, and that's what I was experiencing. Because I refused to be humble. Because I was so used to being on a high, like, man, I can do this, I don't need that. But then the Lord has a way of humbling you.
Amen.
You know, He has a way of showing you, I am still your God. I am still here.
Amen.
And so, I was on this high. I was like, man, this feels good. This feels great. So a couple of weeks later, we go to an art festival. And I see a lot of, I guess, my peers, I guess, if you will. And I was like, wow, this is so cool, man. I haven't been around my people. I haven't been around so many artists, so many creations, so many minds, it just felt great to be around them. And then I saw this one artist that put into my mind, which started the whole thing that all of this began. I saw the artist, I'm not going to say who, and the one, and what he told me was, that started all of this was that, so are you an artist? So I told him, yes. Okay, do you have a gallery? Well, no, not exactly. I don't have a gallery. Okay, do you have a studio? I have a bedroom. I got a place where I draw. Okay, well, do you have a website? I'm still working on it. I'm trying to get some stuff to sell. Yeah, well, you got stuff you can sell online. Does Christmas cards count? You know, or something you got something ready right now. A print or original, either. Not right now. So, well, technically, you're not an artist. You're just doing this as a hobby. Now, that really got me. No, it was just whatever. But after a few weeks, it starts eating at you. I'm not an artist. It's just a hobby. It's a creation you just like to do just on the side. It's nothing real. And I fell for that lie. And of all people, I thought, man, the devil is not that bright, and that's not smart, but he is. He's very cunning. He knows how to use weaknesses against you. He knows how to use those things against you. And he knew my weakness was to create. I love to talk creation. And I can talk with Chris all day about how to create, what new motivations. I can talk with Tina on new ideas. I can talk with others around here, just new ideas. What can be created? Something that, from a small concept to something that can actually happen. And I love being a part of that conversation.
Amen.
But then when I was told that you're not an artist, it's just a hobby, that really got to me. And then after that, for a few months, I stopped. I quit. I literally put a lot of my stuff away. And then the Lord puts in my dream, puts in a vision. And as my sister would say, is it like a cowboy dream? Because I dreamt the Cowboys lost last year, and they did, and before they went on the division championship and so forth, So she calls it my cowboy dream. So the dream I had, or the vision I saw, was that I was here at the church. I was doing something at night with the men, or with a few organizations, actually, because there's something going on. Something big was going on. We're going in the back, and then we're trying to find some papers, and there's another room I have not seen before. There was a new door in the back, like another room in the fellowship hall. So we go to that room, and inside this room is like a closet, like a storage space. And there's all these huge, big boxes, totes. So we're looking around, I'm rummaging around. It's all my sketchbooks. It's my paintings, my drawings. And as many of you know, I do a lot of artwork for the State Fair of Texas, which, by the way, I've got one that's on display right now. If you haven't gone, check it out. But a lot of my State Fair pictures were in there, but they were cracked, they were broken, some of them were torn, but they were in boxes. A lot of my tools, a lot of my materials, a lot of everything, all the pins, all the paints, everything I've used were boxed away. So I just looked at it, looked at the guys we were looking for papers for. We just looked at each other, shrugged our shoulders, left the room, closed the door. So as we were leaving the fellowship hall, the pastor, our pastor, J.B. Jackson, comes around the corner and says, "Hey, Damon, I got a new job for you." And then from there, I wake up. So then that tells me that the Lord isn't done with me.
Amen.
My artwork wasn't thrown away. It wasn't burnt. It was put to the side. It was on hold for the moment.
Yeah.
All right? It was on hold. And then after that, I was like, "Lord, what does that mean? Tell me." This is like shoes, new shoes. It symbolized your faith in God. All right? How strong are your shoes right now? Can it get you from point A to point B? Even without your shoes, can you still get to point A to point B? And what it was is that the Lord was just telling me, it's not what you have, it is your will. It is the will of the Spirit that's in you that gets you from point A to point B.
Amen.
And then I had a number 2 pencil and a wide roll, student paper, notebook paper. Even with that alone, the simplest, the basics, I could still draw. I didn't need all this fancy stuff. I didn't need a computer. I didn't need the card. I didn't need all this. It was the simple, basic will of the Spirit that's in you, that's in all of us.
Yes,
that's what
thank
you
you,
need.
Lord. Yes.
And it's not the fancy stuff you need. And then it's the will that you already had. You knew it. You've always had it. Now do it.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Now what? What do I do now? And I wrote this down, and this is what the Lord told me, all right? his words. Hear my words, for I am not done with you. Be ready, for your time draws near. For my spirit is binding, and I am always with you.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Let me repeat that one more time. Hear my words. I am not done with you. Be ready, for your time draws near. For my spirit is binding, and I am always with you.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Just like when you hear the words of the Lord, you just break down and cry, and I just broke down and cried. I was as humble as the Lord can break me. But at the same time, it also strengthened me.
Yes, amen.
I was like, you know what? I'm not done. I'm not out. I just happened to fall for a lie that wasn't true. You know? But I still got brothers and sisters here. I still got people that lift each other up, just like you lift each other up. You know? And that's what we all need. We need our brothers, our sisters to lift each other up. And that's what we need. Lift up your brothers. Lift up your sisters. Hey, I am there for you. Hey, what you're doing, keep on doing. And we've got ministries right amongst us, right next to you. You got a ministry that's happening. Like we got Michael's ministry with the sword. We've got ministries of like people working with the church, people outside of the church, people working in the community. Those are ministries that can be reached. Those are ministries that need to be uplifted, you know. Even our pastor gets tired. Let's lift him up. Let's pray for him. Say, Pastor, we can do this for you. As you know, the pastor's not here. You saw how we reacted, you know, kind of like, you know, chickens with their heads cut off. But we still got the job done, right? But regardless, it was just, it's our will. The will of the Spirit that's in you that keeps you going. And that's what I have learned. And it's not the fancy stuff that you have. It is the will.
Yes, thank the Lord. Praise the Lord.
And the thing about new shoes is that you also got to be ready. You know, either you have your slippers, you got your sandals, boots, shoes. It's a form of being ready. You know, I've got different kinds of shoes. You know, I've got dress shoes. I've got social shoes. You know, shoes you can go out with. You got shoes I work with, work boots. Even boots to be lazy in. I even got slippers. I even got little flip-flops. Even cowboy boots, doctors. I got Doc Martens. You know, different types of boots, different types of shoes, things that you can just wear. A lot of it's for fashion. A lot of it's for comfort.
Lord, yes, praise you.
But shoes comes in different forms of styles, looks. Just like every one of us, we're all different. But we all have the same purpose. We're like a big tree. We come from this church, but our branches bears different fruit. Some of it are still growing. Some of it is growing new leaves. But we're all part of that same tree, all of us. We're part of that same tree.
Thank the Lord.
And that root goes down into the Lord Jesus Christ, the one that influences us, the Holy Spirit that guides us, that moves us, that tells us what needs to be said, what needs to be done.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Praise the Lord.
And that's why I say be prepared, because with shoes, it also means victory over the enemy.
Amen. Yes.
All right? Victory over the enemy.
Amen.
But also means to be ready. Not only be ready for your time, but be ready for his return.
Amen.
Be ready.
Lord.
So that was the importance of new shoes. So when I read from Moses, we was talking with God at the bush and told him, take off your shoes, for what you stand is on holy ground.
Amen.
Sometimes when you take off the bare essentials of everything we have and just get back to the basics of what we knew, where we came from, to remember you are standing on holy ground.
Amen.
And that's what the Lord had to do with me, break me down. Because I have to remember, I'm standing on holy ground too.
Amen.
So, be assured I'm still an artist. I'm still creating. All right. I'm actually working on another piece. All right. So, But just to let you know, even the strong can feel weak. Even the strong can fall for the lies. That's why we need our brothers, our sisters. Hey, you're doing good. Keep it up. Encourage each other. And that's what I guess that's the main thing I just want everybody to know is your breakthrough is coming close. Just like mine. I fell for the biggest lie that I thought I never would fall for. But it turns out it was just the devil that knew how to be cunning. Just like he knows your life, he knows what weakens you. He knows how to tell a lie to you. That's what the devil does. He's come to lie, kill, and to destroy. But Jesus has come to give us life and give it to us more abundantly. And real quick, I'm going to do something off script real quick. Everybody's eyes closed and every heads bowed down right now real quick. I'm just being led by the Spirit right now. I just pray right now that if you don't know the Lord right now, if you have not received the Holy Spirit in your life, I just pray that the Spirit comes to you. And I just pray that right now, you just say this prayer. Say this to yourself. And say this out loud. Dear Lord, I thank you for this day. Thank you for coming into my life. Thank you for saving me. And I give you my heart. I give you my life. And I give you my all. And I ask you to come into my heart and save me. And cleanse me. And heal me. I ask this in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
That was an awesome message. You can turn to